Okay, tip of the day for today is weighted turns. If you're training good Taiji, you know that when you do a weighted turn, you don't sit back into the rear leg, because then it's not a weighted turn. Obviously, weighted turn means turn the foot with your weight on it. So to sit back and do this, that would be regarded as an incorrect turn, because it's not a weighted turn. The thing I want to show you today is that one of the most common faults in doing the weighted turns, because people are told over and over again, don't sit back, a different problem comes into their training, and that is the pelvis here. Same thing as I said in my previous lesson on the small sandsail, attacking the pelvis. So what tends to happen is, in order to relieve pressure from the lower leg, they'll stick their bum out, see? So now I'm doing a weighted turn, no problem. You can put any weight into my right leg, but do it this way for you. As I turn, you watch. That's easy. Anyone can do that. No pressure on my body whatsoever. I'm not learning anything by doing that, by allowing my pelvis to stick out like so. What I have to do is keep that tucked under and do the weighted turn, still sinking into that leg whilst maintaining that tuck. A weighted turn should be really difficult to do. So if you feel like, it's nice and relaxed, nothing's working in your body, it should be like doing a push-up, doing a chin-up or something. It's a physically demanding thing to do, whether it be the outer turn or the inner turns. Inner turns tend to be a little bit more difficult. So, as you're turning, the more important thing, rather than sitting back, that's an incorrect thing to do, to sit back. But the more important thing to watch for is the pelvis sticking out. So focus on your hips here as you turn and engage, and make sure that does not in any way pop out. In fact, it's better. There's a number of different ways you can do a weighted turn. The most correct way to do a weighted turn is to keep to push more weight into your standing leg. So it doesn't mean just stay at that 70% point. It means that as I move forward, I'm 70% here in whatever stance I'm in, and I actually sink further, you see? So by the time my toe stops, I'm actually already weighted in that leg fully. So I've sunk all my weight into that leg as I'm turning the foot. That's a correct weighted turn. Of course, there are varying degrees of that throughout the form, but that's the basic guideline. You sink into that leg, but that's very, very difficult to do. So if you can't do that whilst maintaining a pelvis tuck, then the next best thing is to at least just stay where you are. So stay at 70% and then shift that extra weight as you pick up the foot, for example, like what I was doing there. One step back from that, if you absolutely can't do that even, then we have to actually shift a little bit of weight into the back foot. Okay? So we want to do things correctly, but sometimes trying to do them absolutely correctly can put you into more faults than purposefully making an error. So what we've got to do here is, as we turn the body, all you've got to know is, can you pick the ball of your foot up? If I can pick the ball of my foot up, that means I'm allowed to turn. No pressure on the knee, see? So I'll try it again. I'll pick the ball of the foot up, now I'll try to sink and turn. Okay, I can do that. But if, say, for example, you might not be as flexible or strong in your lower leg, so you need to build up to that. You can't be expected to do it first time. So, you pick up the toe there, yeah, that's okay. I can turn there, that's okay. But if, for example, you pick up the toe and you try to sink, and you can't keep your toe up, and the ball of the foot's scraping on the ground, that means you can't yet do a full weighted turn, maintaining, of course, the pelvis under. So you have to hold the toe up and only sink as much into that standing leg as you can whilst maintaining the ball of the foot off the ground and the pelvis tucking. So, in other words, you can make the posture easier, but only make it just enough easier so that you still progress through the movement. So it's better to move just 2% of your weight back if that will enable you to do a correct postural movement, rather than doing what you think is correct and sinking forward on the weighted turn, but perhaps sticking your bum out, for example. Sticking your bum out is an error. Sitting back is an error. However, sticking your bum out is a major structural error, whereas sitting a tiny percentage of weight back into the rear leg and then turning, see, I'm still getting all the right stuff happening in my body. I'm still getting all the muscular development, the correct engagements of my body to make that posture do what it's supposed to do for my body. and it's gradually on the right path to strengthen my body to eventually start to be able to stay where I am, and then past that start to be able to actually sink into that leg. So you always, when you modify a posture to make it easier, modify it in a way that will gradually progress you into being able to do the correct way of moving. Just make sure you never ever do something like this, by where you go, oh, okay, that's a bit difficult, oh, so I'll just do that. See, now I'm moving a huge amount of weight across. If I do that, I will never learn anything. That's like the modern Taiji forms. Modern Taiji forms, brush knee twist step. They sit back, hold the ball, and then brush through. Rather than sitting back that far, if you can't pick up the ball of your foot, if you're not strong enough, just sit back. Okay, now I can pick it up. So only sit back just enough until you can pick the ball with the foot up. Now if I turn, I still feel that engagement, I still feel the strength building in the front, all the core engagement, all the right stuff happening, which will eventually now enable me to do a full weighted turn without having to sit back. So that's the tip of the day. Work on the pelvis again, tuck it under on your weighted turns. The tuck of the pelvis is more important than the sinking of the weight. And if you can't do a posture correctly, modify it in a way, ask your teacher how to modify it, that's probably the best idea. But if you don't have a teacher or you don't have access to someone right away, modify it in a way that you still feel the correct muscular engagements as you're working through that posture that will push you in the right direction to eventually be able to do that posture correctly. Thank you very much.